Hello everyone, it's me Nancy Finch doing another tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Welcome. I wasn't here last week. I know a few of you did notice. I'm sorry, I had family stuff to do and it sort of took longer than I thought. So I couldn't do a tea with Nan last week, but I'm making up for it this week. So today I've got my lovely heart cup. Beautiful it is, it's nice and warm, and it's really cold out there. It's windy and blustery, and oh, we're expecting some more bad weather this week in Cornwall, so that's going to be entertaining, isn't it? Anyway, I hope some of you have had a good week, or all of you have had a good week. I hope you can use some of the things we talk about today. It's all about S.A.D. Now, people have been asking me to do this, especially a local radio station, Chaos Radio, used to be known as St Austell Bay. We got Sue on here. Good afternoon to you too. Happy Monday. Hugs, Sue. You're the first person on here. That's lovely. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we need to talk about seasonal affective disorder, S.A.D, because some people have asked me to do that. As I say, the radio station, local radio station, has asked me to do a talk on that, and other talks as well. So if you want to tune into something I do with them, that's going to be at 9:15 tomorrow for the introduction, and then for the actual start of my talks, it's going to be every other, I think it's the second Tuesday of every month, starting in November, Tuesday the 12th. So if you want to have a little tune in to Chaos Radio, you'll hear me talk more on this subject and be interviewed on it. Oh, it's going to be fun. Hi Mary, thank you for joining. I can see your name pop up. Happy Monday to you. Hope you're having a good day so far. Going back to our subject, S.A.D, it affects a lot of people. And if it doesn't affect you directly, it still kind of affects you if you know somebody who is suffering from S.A.D. I mean, a lot of people, there are so many people, millions of people suffer from this particular disorder, because it sort of creeps in, doesn't it? I mean, you can even have this and not realize you have it. You could just think, oh, I want to stay in bed longer. I've got apathy. I don't have any interest in this or this, or I don't seem to have the energy. It could be that you are suffering from this particular thing. Now, we don't have it all year round. We usually sort of have it in sort of September-ish, October maybe, and it can last for months, for a few months at a time. And then the sun comes out and suddenly everyone feels better and they're in a better mood, aren't they? We all know that when the sun shines, we're in a better mood. So it's interesting to see how many people around you, and being mindful of that, are actually, not feeling quite so happy, or their mood has changed because the lack of sunshine, the lack of sunlight. We, like the plants, we need the sunlight, don't we? I mean, they need it to grow, and so do we. We need to feed from the sunlight. So we need to be more mindful this time of year and in the winter of how we can support ourselves on our hormone level, because that's what we're suffering with. Hormones suffer when we don't have the light, the sunlight. And people that walk their dogs every day and go out every day with experience that little bit of light that we have, don't tend to suffer as much as the people that stay in, that can't actually get out. So there's lots of different ways you can, if you can't go out for walks, if you can't experience nature, if you can't help to rebalance yourself in that area, then there are other ways that you can do this. And I'm sure most of you will already know what I'm about to say, but it's a great reminder. We need to remind each other this time of year. So I did a talk a couple of weeks ago about nurturing yourself, and it was about that nice warm feeling, the hot water bottle, the onesie on a cold night, those kind of feelings. Okay, if you want to have a look at that, it was a tea with Nan, Nurture Yourself, on the 16th of the 9th, 24. Now, I say tea with Nan because that's what we're doing here. It's informal. You can find that on my website, nancyfinch.co.uk. I also do Nan Talks, which I'll be referencing later, which are more exercises, and they're sort of color-coded, so you can sort of think, well, okay, I go to this blue area and I pick up one of Nan's talks and I'm going to be referencing Magic Pill for that. It's quite clever to go with today. So I hope that you can get some of these tools I'm about to give you and to use them, maybe to share them, share this with your friends and family, and see how you feel with them. I'd love your positive feedback on that. So we need to be aware that SAD, seasonal affective disorder, is a winter depression, and we have to sort of nurture our inner child so that he or she feels maybe comforted, you know, feelings. Oh, hi Val, I was wondering if you were going to pop on here today. Happy Monday to you, my sweet. Hope you're not too busy. Yes, you did make it. Well done you. It's not easy, is it? I mean, life is so busy. We just sort of go on, I don't know, we're automatic really, aren't we? A lot of us. We don't get a chance to be mindful of our feelings. And maybe just tune into your inner child now and again and think, how are you feeling? What can I do for you? You know, so that's very good. I mean, just being mindful alone is good. But there are several things on my board here I've written for us to reference today. Oh, happy Monday, hugs to everybody that's watching. And thank you for the heart. And thank you for the thumbs up. So, if you suffer from this, or you think perhaps you know somebody else that has, or just listen for interest. You never know. It might just be one day you feel some of the symptoms. Oh, I can't be asked. I want to stay in bed, and you know, life is boring, or whatever you have apathy with. That might be something that gives you a clue that you need to do some of these exercises. So what can you do? Okay, it's a lack of happiness hormone. So we need to produce happiness from things we do, right? Melatonin, serotonin, they affect our sleep. Most people know that. You know, you can get pills with serotonin, I think. Sleep, mood, appetite. I've got it all written down here. Actually, the lack of serotonin and melatonin can actually affect how quickly you heal your body. Now, I didn't know that until just recently, but that's fascinating as well, isn't it? So we need melatonin, serotonin, of course we do. It makes us feel good. The sunlight brings that to us. Even a memory, I think, would help you to put you in a good mood to remember the best holiday you had with sunshine and happiness. And that would put you in a good mood, wouldn't it? That would help to counteract some of the sort of sadder mood you might have, you know? So you've got dopamine. That's one of my favorites, actually, because it's when you do something that you feel satisfied, you feel achieved. And if we can do something, even if it's colouring in, if you can't get out, walking the dog if you can, or just going for a walk in the woods, or if you can do something, anything you achieve releases a nice happiness hormone. And dopamine is like, I've done it. I achieved that. Whatever it is. It might even be clearing out a cupboard or a drawer, or sorting out your wardrobe. You've still done something, and that makes you feel achieved. And when you feel achieved, you feel good. Okay, so that's one of the things I like doing. If I feel I've got a bit of apathy, I just go and do something that makes me feel achieved, and that keeps my hormone level a lot more stable. Then we've got oxytocin, the love hormone, or some people call it the hug hormone. It's when you hug somebody, or when you hug yourself, or when you allow someone to hug you. You know, that is so good for releasing that hormone. And people that know me, thank you for the heart, guys. People that know me, well, if I see you, I'm going to hug you. I don't do handshakes, I do hugs. And that's one thing I missed in COVID days, is that we didn't get a chance to do that anymore for ourselves, to experience that hug. A lot of people were starved of that. And I was one of them, and I absolutely couldn't bear it, because I love hugging people. It's one of my favourite things. I feel good, my child feels good, but I release those hormones in another person. And quite often when I'm doing my workshops for corporate companies and around about, you know, the sort of local areas, I always get people to hug themselves, you know, hug each other, because it's connection, not affection. It's a feeling of releasing happiness and this lovely bonding feeling we get when we're with people. You know, that's very important. Oxytocin, the love hormone. If you haven't got someone to hug you, or you can't hug someone else, you can hug the cat. Oh, hi, Julie. Lovely that you've joined us, darling. You can stroke the cat. You can release that hormone. You can hold a baby. You can feel good about someone you love. That would do it too. You know, all those things are released, all those lovely photographs of people you love. That would definitely produce oxytocin. Just feel and experience love. Love heals you, but it also keeps you well. So have a little go at that if you want to get your photo albums out, or hug somebody, or go out and hug a tree. I don't care. As long as you are feeling that connection, your heart connection, that will help you with oxytocin, okay? Hope you're okay on this beautiful October afternoon, says Julie. Oh, I'm more than okay, honey. I'm having a really good day. I'm so, I always feel blessed. I feel very happy to be on here and connect with you. It's just lovely. It makes my day, makes my week actually. And I love people. Everyone knows I love people. And it's, if you put yourself in that place of love, then you are going to protect yourself from imbalance, really, emotional, mental imbalance. It's going to help you to keep your emotional blue and high. So I do gratitude lists. I'm very grateful all the time. I'm very humble and grateful. And I put myself deliberately in that place so I can release oxytocin. And the more I release that, the better I feel, and the more I affect other people as well. So I hope you're doing the same thing, Julie. Just think of all the people you love. Isn't it lovely? Just a good feeling. And when you start doing that, you attract more of the things you love into your life by the law of attraction. So it's just a nice feeling as you're starting to take control of your hormones naturally. By doing the things that feel good, then you're going to bring more of that into your life. It's natural because you're spending more than 17 seconds of experiencing that. You're going to bring that into your consciousness. It's going to be a better, I'm not guaranteeing it, but it's a big chance you can. So what else have we got? Oh, we've got, endorphins, of course. My son's a great believer in that. He does a lot of workout. He's very fit. And a lot of people like exercise or movements or dance or yoga, or anything that makes you feel like you're moving and in contact with your body. You're grounded with it as well. And that's really good for you. And when your body is experiencing that movement, it can help to boost your endorphins. And I know people, and this is also about having a good laugh and feeling that belly laugh, that we don't have very often. That's a physical reaction that releases chemicals and hormones. Wow, we feel great after a good laugh, don't we? But people know that when you laugh, you heal better, you're feeling good. It's a very simple effect. So if you want to have gentle exercise or movement of some kind, some people go swimming, some people do all sorts of things really, even if it's just a little dance around the room, whatever makes you feel good. So endorphins are good to keep you feeling a lot happier, okay? It's naturally going to attract more reasons. You'll want to do more of it. It's quite addictive. And basically, if you can just work on the things that make you feel happy, maybe just watch comedies or sing a happy song. Oh, Naomi, it's so lovely that you're here. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're well, darling. Happy Monday to you. So when you laugh with friends, I bet all of you can relate to this. You have a good laugh with people you love. Well, you're boosting all your hormones, aren't you? Because you're with people you love, your serotonin's good, your oxytocin's good, you're having a giggle. It just feels like life is better. And if you can sing a happy song, and for those of you that don't like singing or feel too self-conscious, you can hum. Even humming is good for you. And it has a physical effect on your central nervous system. So, and much more, it's really good for you. So hum the song instead of singing it if you prefer. So getting back to that, looking at my board for a moment, we've got things like sound. Some people, like myself included, like going to sound baths or listening to singing bowls on YouTube or playing with singing bowls. That's nice. Oh, thank you, Naomi. That's lovely. Thank you. So what can you do to listen? You can listen to the birds' song. You can listen to sound. You can be happy with sound. You can let the sound actually affect your physical being. It's lovely. Listen to, as I say, singing bowls, tuning forks. Sound baths are delicious. They're lovely. They are so nice for your body. It's a good word, that, isn't it? It's delicious. But it does. It feels, you actually feel the difference in each cell of your body. And it lasts for ages. So I'm suggesting perhaps you go looking, Google the nearest place around from where you live and see if you can find somebody that does sound baths and experience it. It's beautiful. How else can you do work with sound? Well, you've got my sound actually on my website. If you go to media and you look up music downloads, and then you can have 2 CDs. One is actually called The Healing Cave, which I really like, to help, you know, soothe you, put you to sleep. It's very good for your heart chakra and immune system. You need a password, yin yang, I believe that's one word. Give it a go anyway. And you've got the chakra sounds on there as well. Now the chakra sounds will be a CD that looks something like this. I've got it over there somewhere, but it's got a chakra man on it with my name. And it goes through 3 minutes on each of those chakras, starting at the base. And each sound I make is a vowel sound with a drumming, a unique drumming sequence for each one of those. And that has been very beneficial with my intention as a Reiki master to open each chakra of your body to help you with each of those areas. So if you just listen to that, some of the sounds you hear on different areas will kind of irritate you a little bit, because those areas are probably shut. And when they're shut, they're imbalanced or can produce more imbalance in your body. So you'll be at disharmony at listening to it, but when you've listened to it, you open that, naturally opens that chakra and helps you. So that can help you, especially up here where the hormones are produced in the pineal and hypothalamus. So I would suggest you listen more to the indigo. I mean, obviously you listen to all of them, but the indigo is really good. Oh, thank you. Everyone that's joining on here today, I'm sending you all a hug. Thank you, Kat. It's lovely that you've joined as well. So going back to my board, where are we? Yes, sound. Yeah, find a sound, a meditation even. People love meditations when they get into it. I've got lots of meditations on my website. They're all free. And if you go to any of them that you fancy, just scroll down and see which one sort of appeals to you. Which one does your heart say to go with? And listen to it. It's lovely. Thank you for the heart, darling. That's nice. So what can you do? You can listen to sound. You can lose yourself in a meditation. It really, when you meditate, that releases hormones in your body that is really good for you. And you could feel really good about yourself for having even spent the time and value yourself enough to do that in the first place. You've got a couple of like dopamine, and you've got that feeling of oxytocin and serotonin all at once. You can mix up the feelings, you know, that the effect from all those hormones all at once. You know, do a little happy dance as well. So sound is good. Find a way to use sound to help you. Diet's good. Now, a lot of people know about vitamin D. That's very good for you, especially in the winter months or when we haven't got much sun, or people, you know, the days are shorter. I personally take vitamin D and it's very good for you. I just know it's good for me. And so that does help me. But when you're taking your vitamin D, if you do decide to take this, I also use it as a happiness intention. So I've got a Nan talk, which is on my website. That's not Tea with Nan, it's Nan talk. And it's in the blue section here, okay? And it's all about magic pill. Now, what I mean by that is that you can set an intention to your subconscious, perhaps even write it on the label, if you like, of the vitamin D. But you can then think, right, this is my happiness pill. I mean, it's going to do that anyway, but if you just think, this is going to give me happiness, and it's going to release happiness hormones, your 95% subconscious will buy that, and it works like a placebo. So I talk more about that in the magic pill. That's the 16th of the 9th, 21, in my Nan talks. Okay, so that's kind of a nice little game you can play with your subconscious to help you. So you've got your diet you can improve upon. If you don't want to take that, by the way, you can always just improve your vitamin generally, your vitamin diet, you know. So you've got diet, you've got exercise, you've got meditation, you've got sound. You can also use things like I use at the moment, crystals. I love my crystals. This is sunstone. It's quite bland really, but it's pretty in the light. This for me is my happiness stone. I love it. It does tend to lift my mood, and whether you believe in crystals or not, even if you just thought that was doing that, it would help you. So I mean, if you want to play with crystals, find the crystals that make you happy. Find the crystals that balance your hormones. you know. Reduce stress, that's another one. Stress can make you feel really unwell and mentally, emotionally. So you need to have perhaps a little bit of help from your crystal friends to help you. I know a lot of people hold them, place them in their pockets, etc. I'm always got a crystal. This is mookaite. I love mookaite. That's just really good for a whole body tonic. So at the moment I'm using that. So, oh, here comes my seagull. He's just landed on the roof. So you've got sound, you've got laughter, you've got diet, you've got activities that can make you feel good, you've got movement, exercise. All of those will do something to help you to break the cycle of how that SAD might be affecting you, okay? And so you have a choice over that, and it's something you can just set your intention to. That I fancy doing this today, or I can't do this, but I'll do this. And whether it's, as I say, just the doing is good for you as well. Dopamine will be released when you're feeling, I managed that. You know, it's going to be good for you in all ways. So meditation, I would try that if you're finding it hard to raise your emotional level. That just naturally rebalances you, and especially the ones I've given you on my side, because each one I'm using keywords, you know, like safety, comfort, happiness, love, hope, trust, connection. All of those different words affect your chakras. So if you want to just have a general beautiful tonic for your body, perhaps listen to a few of the meditations and let me know how you get on with them, of course. So sounds, singing bowls, try that. Listen to them. Perhaps listen to them on headphones, because you get a lovely balance. And you'll feel that. I'm sure you'll feel it physically, because when you start looking into what sound does, that naturally rebalances and changes everything within us, okay? I've also got a symbol for you that I like to bring through. This is break the cycle. If you find that you have had a lot of negative thoughts, stress, worry, apathy, oh, you're feeling a bit fed up, you know, you're locked indoors, the weather's bad, maybe you need to break that cycle and no longer invest or be mindful, but no longer invest in letting that take you over. Instead, think, no, I'm not happy. I don't feel good with that feeling. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm going to break that cycle. I mean, we don't put poison in our water, but we need to counteract those kind of negative thoughts, don't we? Oh, hi, Vanda. Thank you for joining us, darling. So this is a very simple intention through a symbol that I channeled through. So you do the circle and then you break the cycle. It's a very simple intention. You do the circle, draw it in the air if you like, and break the cycle. Break the cycle of anxiety. Break the cycle of negativity. If you've always suffered SAD, and a lot of people say, oh, I get this every year. Every year I feel this. Well, let's break it. Let's break that pattern, shall we? We set the intention in our subconscious mind, and our mind is listening. It's very important. Find ways to nurture you. Find ways to give yourself that hug, or experience the love, or to feel the love, a memory, a photo album, anything at all. Eat the right foods that support your body. Perhaps take the vitamin D like I'm asking you to do. That would be really good, if you're allowed. Of course, I don't know, some people don't like taking pills, but I really like vitamin D in the winter. Hot drinks to soothe you. Give your inner child the treats that he or she wants, because it's all about showing your self-love. Increase your exercise just a little bit. You know, we tend to get a little bit, I know I used to get very lazy in the winter. Just maybe increase a little bit more activity and then feel achieved from that. You've already got 2 of those happiness hormones. So find ways. And if some of you, I know some of you can't move around a lot, some of you are in wheelchairs that I know are listening to this, then do something, perhaps colouring in. Do something that, listen to meditations, as I say, find something that helps you to feel happy. And that will naturally release those hormones. Another tea with Nan I've done is depression. That's on the 8th of the 11th, 21. Now that's not on the Nan Talks like I talked about. It's just what we're doing here. So if you go onto the tea with Nan and type in 8th of the 11th, 21, you'll get depression, and you'll understand just perhaps a few more tools that I've given that I'm not giving today. What else have we got? The importance of meditation is also on a Tea with Nan, 23rd of the 5th, 22. So if you want to know more about why, and just a bit more reinforcement as to why we need to meditate, it's really nice to listen to that. Okay. So what have we got? Oh, we've got my favourite thing. I wasn't going to do this, but I just decided 5 minutes before coming on today, I was going to show you, because I usually talk about affirmations, don't I? And I've recently been using ribbons, because this is a different colour ribbon from what I've used so far. It's a purple ribbon. Lovely, rich, beautiful purple ribbon. It's quite thick and beautiful. Right, so the purple ribbon today, all the ribbons I used do different things with different intentions. This purple ribbon today is a little bit I've chopped off. It's very nice. And I place it between my thumb and my fingers, and I take it down with intention, with an affirmation. Then I swap and I do it the other way, because I'm using both sides of my mind, my brain. And purple, this lovely violet purple colour, is really good for your crown chakra. If we can keep this one open, this chakra, then more likely to have hormone balance rather than imbalance. Get it right. So when we keep the chakra open, this all flows much easier. So you're less likely to have an imbalance with your hormones, because that's where it all is. So if you were to get yourself a bit of purple ribbon, and that seagull's dancing on the roof, and place your hand, your intention, your mindfulness of moving your thumb and fingers down, you could say a lovely affirmation. I've got a couple here for you, and you can write down whichever one suits you. So you could say, my mind helps me to stay well. Remember, your mind is listening to this, and it will find a way. So my mind helps me to stay well. You can say that several times as you go backwards and forwards, different directions. When you do an action, your body and your mind believes something's going to happen, something's going on to help you. There's another affirmation that I think you might like as well. My hormones are in harmony. It's a hormone deficiency when you get sad. And so my hormones are in harmony. My hormones are in harmony. Say it 3 or 4 times. And if you haven't got a ribbon, you can pretend you've got a ribbon. It's just an action, an intention, and an affirmation. My hormones are in harmony. This will be useful for lots of things. How many people have hormone imbalances? Quite a few. And I'm not just talking about seasonal affective disorder. We might as well do it with the purple ribbon anyway. My hormones are in harmony. Some people suffer hormone imbalances where it brings down their mood, and they really do suffer, and their life is a poorer quality. So this couldn't hurt to do. A lot of people love my ribbons and what I'm doing with them. So I hope you can play with this, because I just know that I know how this feels when I do this. I focus on this colour, my chakra here opens, and I feel I'm more connected to the world, to my wisdom, to knowledge, to ideas. I have better ideas when this is open, when my crown chakra is open. So perhaps you can get yourself a purple ribbon, or just do air ribbon if you haven't got one. And just do perhaps the affirmations I said. My mind helps me to stay well. Or you could say my hormones are in harmony, or both if you want. It's all about mindfulness here, okay? Connection. So I hope you enjoy everything I've suggested. Crystals, symbols, other Nan talks, tea with Nans, meditation, sound, exercise, all of those lovely things to boost all your hormones. Even if you haven't got SAD, then you can still boost your hormones and feel good. Why not? Tell me how you feel. Perhaps email me on nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And I should be back next Monday to talk about another subject. But today, just perhaps you could share this with somebody. You never know. They may be coming down in their emotional balloon because lack of sunlight. And we don't even know, it creeps in. I want to stay in bed longer. I don't feel very energized, etc. I have so many clients that feel this way. And to produce the happiness hormones, we need the melatonin, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. I smile with that one because it's important to feel the love. We need to increase our endorphins. We need to be active and mindful and use things like sound and diet and exercise and love. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Oh, Julie said she's loved this. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it, darling. I hope that you can use some of the things that I've suggested and perhaps just enjoy looking after yourself, keeping your emotional balloon high. And I want you all now, before I go, to give yourself a really big hug from me. Okay? I want you to spend just a minute breathing in that hug. Feel yourself to be well. Feel the oxytocin whizzing around your body. Feel that connection. Feel my support. I'm sending you a hug right now. So feel it. Breathe that hug in and feel it go through your body. And play with some of the things we've talked about today. Listen to my website. Listen to my meditations. Listen to my sound CD. And enjoy. Take care, everybody. I will see you next week. And the time has flown by. I can't believe half an hour has gone already. So have a good week. I will see you next Monday. And let me know how you get on with today's exercises. Lots of love to all of you. Take care. Bye.